Our top story now, and protesting farmer groups have gone to the Supreme Court with a petition on their right to protest. They have also appealed that the government fulfill their demands on the minimum support price. Deaths of farmers during the protests have forced farm leaders to put their Delhi march plans on hold. They have, however, not backed down. Also today, a pitched battle broke out between protesting farmers and the police in Haryana's Hisar as the farmers attempted to march to the Punjab border. Well, for all the very latest, let's go across to Ravish Ranjan Shukla, who joins us from Chandigarh. And Ravish, so what is the latest? What are the farmer groups now planning?
आज देखिए गार्गी, अभी खबर आई है, अभी चूंकि किसानों की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस थी तो उसमें किसानों ने फिलहाल जो दिल्ली मार्च का इरादा है उसको अभी उस पर नरम पड़ गए हैं और उन्होंने ये कहा है कि 21 तारीख को जो शुभकरण नाम के एक नौजवान किसान की मौत हुई थी, जब तक उसको शहीद का दर्जा नहीं दे दिया जाता है, और दूसरी उनकी डिमांड है कि हरियाणा पुलिस के ऊपर में जब तक मुकदमा नहीं दर्ज हो जाता है, और वो भी कत्ल का मुकदमा यानी 302 का मुकदमा दर्ज नहीं हो जाता है, तब तक दोनों ही बॉर्डर पर यानी शंभू और खनौरी दोनों ही बॉर्डर पर इसी तरीके से आंदोलन चलता रहेगा। तो इससे लग ये रहा है कि अब जो दिल्ली मार्च का उनका इरादा है वो फिलहाल उनका नहीं है। वो अभी शुभकरण के ऊपर के मामले पर शहीद उसको दिया जाए शहीद का दर्जा, और हरियाणा पुलिस के ऊपर में FIR दर्ज किया जाए। फिलहाल इन दोनों मांगों को लेकर वो बॉर्डर पर इसी तरीके से आंदोलन करते रहेंगे। तो ये केंद्र सरकार के लिए फौरी तौर पर राहत की बात है। हालांकि केंद्र सरकार के कृषि मंत्री ने कहा था कि वो किसानों के साथ में बातचीत करने को लिए तैयार हैं। किसान संगठन भी आज दिन भर इंतजार करते रहे कि हो सकता है कोई नए प्रस्ताव के साथ में केंद्र सरकार बातचीत की पहल करे, लेकिन फिलहाल केंद्र सरकार के साथ में न्यूनतम समर्थन मूल्य के कानूनी गारंटी पर कोई बातचीत अभी फिलहाल नहीं हो रही है। दूसरी बात है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी आज किसान गए थे।
All right, Ravish, thanks so much for joining us. With those details of farmers currently focusing on the death of a young farmer and demands being made to the government, also a case to be filed on the Haryana police is one of their demands. Now, in other news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be making 2 trips to Bengal in early March. He will be on a 2-day visit, first on the 1st and 2nd of March to West Bengal, where he'll visit 2 key constituencies there, and then again on the 6th. Let's go across to Maria now for more. And Maria, so ahead of elections, the Prime Minister making 2 trips to West Bengal.
Yes, that's right. And this is perhaps the beginning of many more to come. Because Gargi, let's not forget that the BJP did come up with a huge surprise in terms of its number and vote share. The BJP's vote share went up by almost 17% from what it got in 2014 to 40% in 2019, which translated into 18 seats in out of 42 Lok Sabha seats that Bengal sends. That is the reason why the BJP is bullish about other constituencies as well. If we look at the public rallies, the venues that have been chosen by the BJP state unit for these public meetings, it's very, very strategic. These are constituencies in South Bengal which were not really completely breached by the BJP last time around in 2019. So they are hopeful that if Prime Minister increases his trips to Bengal, this is his first in this poll season. There'll be many more that will be coming, is what sources are saying.
All right. Thanks so much, Maria, for joining us with those details. And remember, West Bengal has been in the news because of Sandesh Khali, which witnessed an uneasy calm over the last few days, but then saw fresh tension and violence today with protesters coming out onto the streets and setting fires. A Trinamool leader was also attacked by the locals there, and top police officers, including the Director General of Police, Rajiv Kumar, rushed to Sandesh Khali and appealed for calm. Section 144 was imposed once again as this fresh tension erupted, and a BJP women's delegation headed to Sandesh Khali, led by MP Locket Chatterjee, was also stopped. The DGP also admitted that some mistakes have been made. All right, in other news now, the BJP's Mission 2024, a 100-day action plan and a 5-year roadmap. That is the plan for the BJP in 2024. Sources have told NDTV that the Prime Minister has asked all the ministers to come up with a 100-day action plan as well as for a 5-year roadmap. The Council of Ministers will meet now on the 3rd of March.
Well, this is very important in the sense that it shows Prime Minister's confidence that he is assured of his third term. That is why on Wednesday in the cabinet meeting he asked all the ministers to come up with a 100 days plan of action, that what is their planning as far as 100 days are concerned and what their respective ministries are going to do in the next 100 days. And not only that, but also for the next 5 years he has asked them to chalk out a roadmap about their respective ministries and how they are going to move ahead to fulfill the aspirations of India and also to achieve the goal of a developed country by 2047. So he asked specifically all the ministers to come up with these ideas and send all these roadmap and the plan of action to the cabinet secretariat as soon as possible. And apart from that, this is kind of a signal that he is not only assured of his third term, but he also wants to keep all the ministers busy, because what happens that sometimes ministers are not sure that whether the election in the upcoming election they will be winning or not, or they will be made ministers or not. But Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that irrespective whether they are repeated or not, they have to work for their ministries and they have to give these ideas to the cabinet secretariat. And this also shows that that sometimes what happens that the complacency set in when the elections are announced and the model code of conduct is implemented, and that's why Prime Minister Narendra Modi does not want that the schemes and the implementation of the schemes slows down during the election time. That is why he cautioned them that in the next they should come up with the next 100 days action plan. And apart from that, there is a Council of Ministers meeting which is going to take place on March 3rd, and this, in all practical purposes, this is going to be the last Council of Ministers meeting before the elections are announced. And in that meeting, it is believed that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will give mantra to all the ministers to win the next Lok Sabha elections.
All right, it is the election season, and before the Lok Sabha polls, we have the Rajya Sabha elections. Now, there are 10 seats for the Rajya Sabha from Uttar Pradesh, but the number of candidates are 11, and with such tight number game, alliances are being made, and the attempts are being made to bring in more allies. So the focus is on Raghu Raj Pratap Singh. He is known as Raja Bhaiya. He has just 2 MLAs, but is currently being wooed.
मोदी जी की दूरदर्शिता.
The BJP and the Samajwadi Party, the two largest parties in Uttar Pradesh, both met Raja Bhaiya, the founder of the Jan Satta Lok Dal, even though he has only 2 MLAs. Why? The BJP on the last day of filing nominations for the upcoming Rajya Sabha polls introduced an 8th candidate, Sanjay Seth, for the election, making it 11 contenders for 10 seats. The BJP in Uttar Pradesh has 252 MLAs, and with the NDA including the RLD around 286 MLAs, but the BJP needs 296. The Samajwadi Party needs 111 first preference votes to send 3 candidates to the Rajya Sabha. It has only 108 with the alliance, so it is short of 3 votes. Now to attain these numbers, the BJP will need 10 more votes. The SP fears the BJP will orchestrate cross-voting by lowering the required number of SP voters. Remember, each Rajya Sabha candidate needs 37 votes. With each vote making a difference, the two parties have met Raja Bhaiya, who holds the power of 2 votes. First it was Samajwadi Party State President Naresh Uttam Patel. Then it was BJP State President Bhupendra Chaudhary and Minister JPS Rathod. Both meetings took place at Raja Bhaiya's residence. Both sides vying for his support.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास 8वां प्रत्याशी जीतने भर के हमारे पास संख्याबल है। रही बात राजा भैया की, तो राजा भैया एक जनसत्ता दल के नाम से उनकी पार्टी है, उनके पास 2 विधायक हैं। समय समय पर देखा गया वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सदन के अंदर समर्थन करते रहते हैं, माननीय हमारी नीतियों का भी समर्थन करते रहते हैं। तो निश्चित रूप से लोग अप्रोच करते हैं वोट के लिए, तो उनसे भी अप्रोच किए होंगे और वो हमेशा स्वविवेक से तय करते हैं कि हमको कहाँ जाना देश और समाज के लिए अच्छा रहेगा।
हमें चाहिए 3, उनको चाहिए 8-9। जब वो कठिन समय में थे, उनकी किसने मदद की थी? मैं समझता हूँ इतनी नैतिकता तो उनमें होगी। और जो लोग हमारी पार्टी का, हमारे संवैधानिक मूल्यों का, समता, समाजवाद, मानवता के विचारधारा से प्रभावित होकर के अगर हमारी मदद करना चाह रहे हैं तो उनका स्वागत।
While the focus remains on Raja Bhaiya, there is secrecy over which way the lone BSP MLA will vote. To attain the numbers, the Samajwadi Party might need his support as well.
While both the sides have formed alliances, Raja Bhaiya's voting will clarify whether he is going to be a part of any alliance or will he fight the Lok Sabha elections independently once again. With camera person Vineet Kumar Verma, Tanish Punjabi for NDTV.
Now, a special report from Rajasthan, where the Rajasthan Health Department has launched an all-out campaign against food adulteration. The NDTV Rajasthan team went with the Health Department on a raid in a factory in Alwar, where paneer was being produced by mixing palm oil and lime. According to Government Health Department sources, over 80% of the paneer consumed in Jaipur is adulterated. Take a look.
It's supposed to have the goodness of milk. Paneer or cottage cheese is among the most adulterated food items on our menu. The Rajasthan government has recently launched a campaign against food adulteration. At this factory in Alwar, the health department lands up for a surprise check. And finds tartric acid kept in unlabeled jars. Tartric acid is used for making cottage cheese. Even more horrifying, the factory made paneer through a process where all the good fat of the milk was removed. In fact, it was siphoned off to make ghee or clarified butter, which was sold for a hefty premium in the market. Then a mixture of palm oil and lime powder was kept in a jar with water. This was added to the milk to increase its fat content and produce paneer. Along with palm oil and lime, milk powder was also added to produce cottage cheese.
इसमें फिल्टर दो जाए और इसमें तेल डालना। कौन सा तेल यूज़ करते हो? पाम ऑयल। और चूने का भी आप चूना भी यूज़ करते हैं। कहाँ जाता है माल इसका? इसका जयपुर जाता है।
Paneer or cottage cheese made with palm oil and lime is not only toxic but it's also unhealthy. Palm oil is known to increase the risk of heart attacks. In fact, India has become among the largest importers of palm oil, which is finding its way into adulterations, largely of milk products.
यहाँ पे जो हमें जो पनीर मिला है चूने से और क्रीम निकले हुए दूध पाम ऑयल और मिल्क पाउडर इस तरह से बना करके ये जो पनीर तैयार किया जा रहा है अनहाइजेनिक कंडीशन में। आप ये देखिए मक्खियाँ पड़ी हुई है खुले के अंदर, कंटेनर वगैरह सब साफ नहीं है, बदबू मार रही है जगह पे। तो इस तरह का जो पनीर जो बनता है वो स्वास्थ्य के लिए नुकसानदायक है और लंबे समय तक इनका सेवन करने से किडनी लीवर पे इफेक्ट आता है।
The Rajasthan government says it's serious about cracking down on food adulteration, which is harmful for health. According to Health Department sources, Jaipur alone consumes 24,000 kilos of paneer, of which 20,000 is adulterated.
आप सऊदी अरब के अंदर अगर आप कोई मिलावट कर दें तो सीधी आपको जो है मौत की सजा मिलती है, क्योंकि आप जो मिलावट कर रहे हैं वो आप अपने साथियों को, अपने देशवासियों को आप जहर दे रहे हैं।
With Bal Virendra Singh in Jaipur, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.
All right, quite an alarming story there. Now, in other news, Union Minister of State for Electronics and Technology, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, today warned Google India against a response that it generated about Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The minister quoted a post that raised concerns about its reply on Prime Minister Modi and also highlighted how the Gemini AI answered questions about some other prominent global leaders differently. And he put out a post saying these are direct violations of several IT rules and violations of several provisions of the criminal code. Now, Google responded, we're already working to address recent issues with Gemini's image generation feature. While we do this, we're going to pause the image generation.